Hello, YouTube fam. It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Fam, this is the first video of 2025, and I just want to say this. People have been asking this question about me and other collectors. They said, look, the reason why y'all collect so much because y'all trying to fill the hole that y'all can never fill, left by something that really profoundly hurts you. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, when I was 5, I was just collecting. As a whole grown ass man in my 50s, I'm just collecting. I'm not sitting here trying to relive a childhood or anything like that. I can buy the stuff that I couldn't afford as a child that I wanted. Now I have the means to do it. It's not me trying to fill a hole. It's me enjoying what I do. See, the thing is, when you collect toys and other people's opinions, like comics, Funkos, video games, action figures, die-cast cars, RC cars, stuff like that. I collect gym shoes too, but that ain't seen as a kid thing. That's seen as a grown man hobby. But see, the thing is, as well as cologne and stuff like that, clothes, the thing that really trips me out about this is, what's with the labels? What's with all the people trying to down you for doing something that you're happy to do? This is not hurting anybody. My bills are paid. There's no issue with none of that. My thing is, I say, where all the toys at? And people say they all behind you. Yes, again, at the end of the day, I didn't buy a whole toy store. What I did over a course of years, bought toys. And that's what happens, man. It's a difference between being a collector and being somebody that dabble in toys. I know a guy who has 5 quality pieces, he said. He got 5, quality items that he called toys, and, that's his collection. And, my thing is, you dabble. You don't collect, you just dabble. Over the period of 15 years, you tell me you got 5 toys, you got 5 comics. I said, you don't collect anything, you just dabble in it. When you collect, you go and you find things that you find interesting. Stuff behind me. People say, hey, look, that's not quality behind you. That's not quality. If you want quality, quality is hot toys. This stuff behind me is quality. See, it's in the eye of the beholder. It's a lot of people thinking by price, thinking that if you buy a high priced toy, it's worth more than the other toy. That's not true. The stuff that I like is the stuff that I like. If I bought high priced toys, wouldn't be no problem. I buy these toys and it ain't no problem. My biggest thing to people is we worry too much about what other people are thinking. We worry about too much how people are spending their money, and that's none of our business. Whether I spend my money collecting or, going on trips or whatever I do, buying, other stuff, that's me. I don't tell anybody how to spend their money. At the end of the day, you work hard for what you got. Like I was talking to you about discretionary funds, discretionary income, how it's steady dropping. It's something to really look at now. It's something to really pay attention to. It's something to really think. We in 2025, we got to see where it's going. 2024 ended with a bang, which I didn't see coming, man. I got some things that my wife picked up at the store that really tripped me out that I was so amazed by because I didn't see that one coming. But, again, this is what I'm saying here, man. We got to be all on board or not on board. One of the biggest things about the toy community, collecting community as a whole, we tear one another apart. We can't see anybody doing better or with a better collection. Again, your collection represents you. My thing is people say you got too much stuff on your shelf. See, that's the problem. You can't understand what it is. I can't really see what you got. It ain't for you to see what I got. It's for me to understand what I got. I got a lot of stuff. And to display it, you put it up. You don't sit it somewhere else that you can't see it. You put it up. I got a lot of stuff for shelves that I don't have enough room on. People say, hey, you need to put risers up there. There are risers up there on most of those. But you can't make the shelf so big, so tall, whereas, some of the figures, they can't fit on those risers. So you got to think about that, man. At the end of the day, man, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to take this to the next level. I'm trying to change up this channel. I'm trying to make this channel a little better. I'm trying to push in a different direction so we can understand what the hell is going on. You get what I mean? One thing about collecting that nobody ever sees, they say, hey, Unc, what is your purpose in collecting? My purpose is to have fun. I invest in fun. I used to, a long time ago, invest in buying video games. And, I would buy those. And, I used to flip them sometimes after I bought them, after I, had them for a while and, beat the game, I sell them. Then I realized, I said, shit, some of these games are harder and harder to find. Some of the games that I sold off a long time ago, I wish I would have kept. Games that now go for ridiculous amounts, like Musha. For the Sega Genesis, you had Robo Elise for the Sega CD. Man, I had that game like 2 or 3 times. Cliffhanger. I still remember I bought that from KB Toys. They were like $9.99, and I went to GameStop and sold them to them brand new for like $20, $30 a piece, man. That was just funny to me, man. But that was something that made me think, a step in another direction. A step, I remember going to comic book shops, just one pawn shop, and they had comics. And I would buy comics from them, man. The people were a little racist. That's life, bro. You got to deal with shit as it go, man. But I bought what I bought. I enjoyed what I bought. I spent my money. Never messed with anybody, and that's what I did. This is what I'm talking about. You got to make stuff work for yourself. You can't keep pushing and thinking that things are not going to be the way you want them. Or, dude, most of the time, this shit here, man, it's just, it's finite. It's not infinite, it's finite. You're going to be here only for a little bit of time. Our lifespan is a drop in a bucket, bro. It's like a water drop dropping into a bucket of water. That's our lifespan. That lifespan, and I'm saying it just like this with all due honesty and respect to everybody that watched this video, is short. Live your best life. If everybody got some shit to say about your life, then they shouldn't be in it. Like I said, if all these people have something to say about you, they shouldn't be in your life. If everybody think you living your life wrong, man, and you happy living your life, you might be a recluse. You might be somebody that don't like to socialize a lot. That's good. Dude, whoever you are as a person that is not offensive, far as towards children and things like that, is okay. Man, live your best life, man. Stop being scared to go out there and just live. Again, collecting is fun. And I enjoy it, man. I enjoy looking at the bigger picture. I hear so many people telling me, let's have a real conversation and, about this situation that you call collecting. It's called hoarding, Unc. You got a problem. I don't got no damn problem. Dude, every time somebody spend their money and you can't understand what they're doing, it's considered a problem. Stop trying to diagnose me. Ain't shit wrong with me. I just have issues like every other human being. And we gonna keep that real. Everybody on this planet got a damn issue. Everybody going through something right now. Everybody going through a storm or have been through a storm. And, they just coming to grips with shit. Let people come to grips with their stuff. Leave them alone. Stop always trying to break people or tear them down and get upset with them because they ain't doing what you want them to do. At the end of the day, man, look, my collection is mine. Like I say, I can't do all action figures, but I buy a lot of action figures, bro. And I get a lot of stuff sent to me. And I am so proud of that. And I am so thankful to the people who send me stuff. And I just want to be thankful, like I say always, man, this is not about me. And when I say we got our channel back, I was telling people, it's not mine. We come here, everybody come, they talk to one another. When I do the lives, people talk to one another. That's what I'm talking about. It's a different atmosphere. You go to other people's channel, everybody mad at one another, people angry, cussing at one another out. I don't want that here. If I'm not cussing you out, I don't want you cussing me out. If you disagree with something I'm saying, I can respect that. But when you coming at me like I'm crazy, talking nuts, you think, see, but that's how people are. No, you take that somewhere else. If I'm not talking to you like that, don't do me like that. We grown-ass men and women here. We can't be acting like that. Shit, my kids don't act like that. And they grown-ass men. They ain't got time for that shit. They get out there and work and do what they gotta do. They got to pay bills, just like I do. Me and my wife, we got to pay these damn bills. And, like I said, the reason why you've been hearing me talking about inflation, not because, you know, that it really hit me hard. It hit every damn body hard. It ain't just hit me hard. It hit every damn body. All the stuff went up, but your check stayed down here. If your check down here and all this shit went up here, you got a damn point to complain. You sitting here thinking like, man. And again, not everything is about everything. You can't fix everything at once. Could we deal with one issue? Like on a toy channel and a toy community, man, let's boycott toys. That is a good idea. In a toy community, you could talk about that because that's legitimate. But you get people in the toy community, oh man, that's just nonsense. We should be talking about boycotting rent control. But this is not a rent channel. This ain't a channel talking about mortgages and, rent. That ain't what we do here. We don't talk about food. We don't talk about vacations. We don't talk about a lot of damn stuff. You talk about what you do here. And it makes sense. If you talk about boycotting video games, hell, that's a legitimate beef. You know how much video games are now? And do you know how much they're selling for on eBay now? Man, come on. Hell, some of the YouTubers done jacked the damn prices up on games so much that, hell, it's beyond reasonable. That's why so many people emulating right now, because people are tired of paying prices for all these high-priced ass games, and they're taking up so much space. The younger generation is different. They don't like shit taking up space. They don't like all that stuff all over the place. They like it nice and neat. You could take your damn games with you wherever you go. They emulate it onto your phone, or you download the games to your damn Xbox or PS5 or your Switch. And you could take all that stuff with you wherever you go, with your Switch or your Xbox or your PS5. That's real right there. And I understand that. The comics, man, the storylines, the plots, they so damn different. They talking about stuff that I don't even understand, man. Shit, they talking about things that don't make sense in a real world. And when I say in a real world, and I got to be honest, I'm talking about in a kid's mind. A kid don't understand. If a kid is reading a comic book, he shouldn't know about, complex adult matters. And I understand comics been doing that for a long time. They've been sneaking it in. But, sometimes the subject matter gets so damn different that you got to say, man, this is a little too much. And this is what I'm trying to say now. Everything is so much, even the music you listen to now, it's all sexual. There's nothing. Back in the day, you listen to some music back in the 70s, the 80s, some, R&B music or whatever. You knew they were talking about sex, but they never said anything sexual. You knew they were talking about sex. Like Madonna back in the 80s. You knew she was talking about sex with Borderline. It was about an orgasm. You knew Lady Gaga was talking about an orgasm when she was talking about On the Edge of Glory. You knew, but they made it make sense. It was a song called Knockin' the Boots. Not by H-Town. It was another guy. I think it was Candyman, and he made this song, man, and you never knew he was talking anything sexual. It was just fun to listen to. See, and that's the thing. They change stuff up now, and it's just, you know exactly what they're talking about. Man, but see, that's letting you know that times change, man. And, being a collector, and I'm just being honest, none of this stuff is filling a hole in my heart. The stuff is just stuff I like to collect. Like I said, over a period of time, I amass a collection, man. I amass all type of stuff, man. Hell, this is just cologne I don't have inside of my cologne area, man. This is just cologne that all type of testers and tubes and little bottles of, just stuff that, this is the main stuff that I got for Christmas, and I just, just wear it now. It's just something that I got, with me, and that's the thing that people don't get, man. That's the thing about collecting. Collecting don't gotta make sense. Just gotta make you happy. Picking up stuff. That's why I love the thrill of the hunt. That's why I love to get out there and hunt to see if I can find what I'm looking for. Because online, you know, you at the mercy of people wanting to sell you the damn stuff. I'm not about to spend $75 on something that costs 20. You know, I just got to think about it. You know, is it really worth it? Play the long game. And sometimes you win and sometimes you don't. But thank you for watching. This is the first video of 2025. Peace out and thank you.